Hi, my name is Christelle, and this is Untethered Love. Welcome back to the channel. We are here for another reading. We just ended the full moon yesterday in Aquarius, so I thought I'd do this reading centered around Aquarian energy. This is not specifically a full moon reading, but whenever you find this, you're supposed to find it. So at the center of the reading, I decided to pull the Star card, the Aquarius card. One of my favorite astrologers, when I first started learning astrology, would say this often: we are all stars. We are all stars. And that is such a age of Aquarius, the Aquarius Leo axis. That is such a appropriate saying, especially with the rise of the internet, the influencer. Literally any of us can be a star at any moment. And there's this interesting dynamic with Leo and Aquarius where there is this star quality, but for different reasons. So Leo is about individuality, things that are inherent within us, things that stem all the way deep into childhood, that thing that just makes us stand out and shine, and getting recognition for that uniqueness. And then there's Aquarius, who is unique as well, but strange. They get their fame, they get their recognitions for being odd. Whereas with Leo, it's more of like, oh, this is warm, this is familiar, I want this for me. There's this like magneticism. With Aquarius, it's like, oh, that's strange, I can't stop looking. And so they both have this energy of connecting with the collective for their individuality and their uniqueness. But in order to like really harness that energy to its fullest potential, you need to learn how to be humble. And looking at this star card, this person is on bended knee, head down, a very humble pose, but it's the star. And a lot of us often confuse humility with kind of diminishing our light, of not fully taking full credit for the thing that you've done and really belittling it or making it smaller than what it is, when in actuality that is an act of the ego. To make yourself smaller is not humility at all, because it's a lie. Humility is recognizing the grandness of who you are and acknowledging that. Humility is recognizing you are fully divine and fully human, and recognizing that in your divinity there is, because you are divine, because you are a child of oneness, of God, of unity, whatever you want to call it, there is this frequency of perfection within you. And to deny God's perfection is not humility. So in recognizing the grandness of who you are, the fullness of you, who you are, embodying that, and not being afraid to name it as it is, that is when you truly become humble. To know who you are. And how all the things that people are attracted to you for, the good qualities, the Leo, the sun quality of you, all of those things are easily recognized as beautiful, yes, but also the quirks, the weird Aquarian things about you, the things that may be off-putting to some but still have people drawn to you. All those little unique quirks of yours, those make you just as perfect. And recognizing that has taken time, has taken a lot of trial and error. The group that I'm connecting with, you really do have, and some of you might not believe it, like some of you are not aware of this, and some of you are very aware of this. Your innocence is still preserved. Regardless of what you've been through, the trials, the tribulations, the programming that taught you that you were not okay or normal or worthy. In spite of all of that, your heart is still pure. Your innocence remains intact. Whether you've done bad, whether you have been betrayed or have betrayed others, there's still that inner child is there, and you can't, like, it's there forever. And it's important to recognize just how much you've been through. You have truly taken all of these wands here and have elevated yourself from the child to the goddess. Although at times the ego, the programming may try to belittle you, may try to have you relive the past as if it's the present. There is still no denial of the transformation into this embodiment of your unique, creative, passionate, visionary self. And it's important to constantly keep your perspective in check. Again, recognizing that your innocence can never be taken away. The unique creativity that is you, that is your frequency, can never be taken away. In spite of whatever external experiences you have been through. And in embodying this energy, this frequency of this Queen of Wands, this full of life, you may not you've built a solid foundation. Don't worry so much, even if it doesn't look like all the places or all the pieces of the puzzle are there. It's almost a matter of, you know, when a puzzle piece just doesn't quite fit and like you just have to like turn it. It might belong somewhere else and it just needs a little bit of a tilt to like fit right in place. There's certain things that don't look like they quite fit, and with all this retrograde energy, that will be incredibly apparent to you, and you'll be able to know where things need to be placed, their importance, and you really have set a really beautiful foundation. In a way, you've developed enough spiritual wisdom to be able to look into the past as well as see the future and maintain some neutrality about it, which is really a beautiful thing. And in acquiring this kind of this balance, this equilibrium, this I don't even want to say neutrality, but objective perspective, it really helps you to recognize that this very moment is incredibly pivotal to expanding your entire life from here on out. And like, you know where you come from, so because you know where you come from, you know how to direct where you want to go. You have this clarity on what you want your world to look like. You have garnered enough experience that, one, you can expand, you have options, and certain things are coming into your reality finally, because we have that 10 energy and this World card. It's required a lot of patience out of you, and you've really had to defend yourself. And there is such a level of clarity that you know what to defend, what is really of value and worth defending, worth protecting, worth growing and expanding and deepening. At this time, kind of like what I said earlier. So the oracle cards that came out were the new beginnings, protection, and release. And so go easy on yourself at this time. There is a lot of energetic release. There might be a need to like dive into your waters. Dive into the waters, whether if you can be around a body of water, of if you can get into a tub, this submerging into the water to kind of cleanse yourself for the new beginning. Don't allow fear to dictate your action, because you are very protected. And really just allow the release to flow. It has to be a flow. It's not, what you need to release is not going to come out through force or action necessarily, but it's more of allowing the feelings to come up, to sit with them, and then let them go. Yeah, so that's the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you'd like a personal reading, the links are below. Enjoy this wonderful, beautiful Leo season. And until next time, goodbye.